Hello, it's Charles Fockaert, September 26, 2018. I welcome all of you. I want to give a special thanks to those of you who follow this channel. Special thanks to MG back there in New York for your support, and also T&T, which are now in Missouri, and everyone else for your kind words and your comments. And this is number 51, I believe, in On the Road with Charles Fockaert, and I was up in Chalice, Idaho. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to put this up here. I was in Chalice, Idaho, right in the middle of Idaho. I like the West. I like Idaho, Montana. Even Nevada is the places that we stay are very beautiful. And I'm looking forward. I'm headed to Arizona this time. I'm going to meet up with my buddy I met last year in Pioche, Nevada. I'm going to hook up with him. And I'm traveling from Chalice. I'm hoping that day I'm going to make it to Arco. And Arco is right there. This is the same way I went last time, except last time I went over to Highway 15. This time I came down from Chalice on 93, and I'm in Arco, and I'm not in as much of a push to get up to Montana or get to Arizona. I'm taking my time, having a good time. Nothing's gone wrong with the recreational vehicle, the Winnebago, the mobile cabin. So far, I haven't needed the Toyota. I'm traveling out to Toyota. Now, if I get stuck somewhere, I have no way of going to get parts or anything except for my bicycle, and Arco's 20 miles away. So I'm sitting here in Arco, and I went to the museum, and I took some time. I had some lunch, I believe, and then I said, you know what? Craters of the Moon National Park, National Monument, is only about 20 miles from Arco. So I say, well, I'm just going to go down to Craters of the Moon, and I'm going to hang out there, Craters of the Moon. I stayed here last spring on my way up to Montana. So I said, I'm going to go to, I can make it there, no problem. So I get here, I'm at Craters of the Moon. I'm in the same space I was in last time I was here. So I went out, I think I got here, I don't know, Saturday, Sunday, I can't remember now, maybe Sunday, I can't remember. But I've been here, this is last night was my fourth night. And took the bike out, I went for some hikes, I just relaxed, taking my time, no hurry. The weather for the most part's been pretty good. And yesterday, because I want to meet with my buddy, the mechanic buddy, thank God, thank Yahweh for my mechanic buddy, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And I wanted to go down to see Joe. We're going to meet down there in near Twin Falls. So yesterday morning, I started packing her up. But before I started packing her up, I noticed the propane was acting up, and I didn't have any propane. Now, I went out and checked the other day, and I had 3/4 of a tank in the main house tank. So well, what's going on? The heater wouldn't run. Propane on the stove wouldn't go. My little propane heater that I keep here by the feet to keep you warm wasn't working. Went outside, checked again. The propane tank's more than half full, between halfway and 3/4. And I go, well, what's going on? Because it works on pressure. I put a new regulator in, put new hoses in, did everything I could so that I wouldn't have a problem. But I had a problem. So I took the 5-gallon tank out and put it outside and hooked it up, and I got propane from the 5-gallon tank, and it goes through the regulator. So there's something going on that I have no idea what's wrong. No idea. But anyway, I was sitting there going, you know what, I'm going to head out. I've been here long enough. 3 nights is pretty good. I've already done the hikes and stuff. I was here last time, so it's not new to me. And I said, I'm going to head down to Twin Falls and go park in this campground that I know about down there, and start putting everything away, get it all, put things so they don't fall off. Anyway, I get in the driver's seat, and I
to go. Pump the gas 3 or 4 times. Turn the key over. It turns over. No problem, but it wouldn't start, so turn the key off, pump the gas up again, turn the key over again, and guess what? Nothing. Nothing. Sit there for a little while and go, well, what can this be? So turn the key off, get outside, open the hood, check the battery. The battery's a little bit low, but it wasn't the batteries. But anyway, I put the charger, got the Honda out again, the little generator. Thank goodness for that generator. Put the generator on, put the battery charger on, charging up the battery, trying to figure out what's going on. Take the doghouse off of the inside here so I can access the engine. I checked the new little, but not new, used from the junkyard. Remember this? If you watch my other videos, this was the little culprit here. That little spade there was snapped off. So, you know, it wasn't the bolt. It wasn't the $600 bolt. But I don't know what it is. I jiggled the thing. I actually cut it off and looked inside. Thought that was it because it appears to be an electrical problem. There's no cell phone service here. I don't have my Toyota to go anywhere. Arco is 20 miles away. And the lady up here at the headquarters told me the parts house in Arco are notorious for not having parts. I don't even know what part I need yet. So, no cell phone service, no internet. Get up here, the payphone's broke, out of order. Go inside, they're busy, a lot of people in there. Ask the rangers there, hey, can I use your phone? Tell them what's going on. They let me in the back room there. I call my buddy, and I think I call him Jeff. I don't want to use his real name, but I call my buddy, and he thank goodness he answered the phone. Thank God I met this guy. And so I call him up and I tell him what's going on, and he says, well, I don't know. You know, check this, check that. And did you check this? Yeah. Is it the battery? No. So I had all those things figured out ahead of time. I was hoping it was going to be a simple fix. But so he said, well, check this, check this, check that. And I think it's something in the ignition, okay? I don't know for sure. Something in the ignition. So I start playing around with that. I have to take the seat out, the driver's seat. I've already taken the passenger seat out, and that's where I keep my tools. So I took the driver's seat out, and that fellow in Pocatello, he told me he welded all those bolts on the bottom. So when I put the screws in, it's easy. Well, guess what? He missed one. So I'm batting 750 there. I tell you what. So I take the seat out, and here I am in the parking lot, and all these new vehicles. You know, there's a lot of money here at this park right now, folks. The place is full. Good time to be here. All these new fifth wheels, these new motorhomes, these new Class A, Class B, Class Z. They got them all brand new cars. I'm the only one with a beater. And anyway, I'm trying to take the ignition off. You should be able to unwind the little ring that holds the ignition in. I don't have a little wire. I go next door here, ask the guy. He gives me a paper clip. I can't get it out. I crawl underneath. Hard to see. No room. And so I say, well, it's got to be the ignition. I don't know what it is, to tell you the truth, but I'm thinking it's the ignition because I've been having a problem, and I meant to fix it up in Eureka, Montana. Excuse me, and I actually asked them for parts. They didn't have it, so I just kind of forgot about it. It's been working ever since. So anyway, I popped the back off of the harness, the plastic black harness that goes into the ignition switch. Excuse me. Coffee. I keep drinking it even though It wants to come back up at me. So back up. This time I take my bike back up there. Call my buddy. I think I'm calling him Jeff. Call my buddy Jeff. He's not there. He went out, so I have to wait 15, 20 minutes up there. Go back in. Use their phone in the back office there. Now this time some little ranger there, whatever her name was. She looked like a barrel, butch haircut. I put on all my charm because I need to use the phone, and they gotta let me use the phone because their payphone's broken, right? And I'm stranded here. And but she would not be someone I would probably want to spend a lot of time with, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so I call my buddy again. He answers the phone. I tell him what's going on. He says, well, it might be the switch. It could be something else. I don't know. And I'm saying, well, I don't know. I'm doing the best I can here, buddy. And I said, you got any ideas? He says, well, hey, I don't mind coming out there, buddy, and you have to pay my gas and stuff. And I said, hey, man, I'll pay you. I've already told him. I told him he likes Carl's Jr. hamburgers. Whoppers, I guess they are. And I said, I don't care for them too much. But I said, hey, I already owe you a lifetime. Whenever you want to go for a hamburger, buddy, I'm paying, okay? So he laughs and no problem. I said, hey, I'll make it worth your while. Come on, I need some help, buddy. He was more than willing to help me. So he says, well, let me go to the parts store here and see if I can find what it is you need. And I gave him all the information. So come back down here. I'm sitting here twiddly-dee, twiddly-dum, looking around at all these people in their new vehicles. I'm the only one working on mine as far as I can tell. And thoughts are coming to my mind, and I try not to think about them. And so anyway, I go back up there and I call him back, and he says, yeah, I found a part. It's the last one they had. They don't have the little screw-on cap. You'll have to find something else for that later. And I said, hey, no problem. He says, I can come up there tomorrow. That's today. And it's about 8:45 right now. And I thought I'd make this video before he shows up. So that's where I'm at. I'm in Craters of the Moon, same spot I was last time. And I'm waiting for my buddy to show up here this morning. He said he'd be here before noon. I don't know what I'm going to do without a backup vehicle. I don't know what I'm going to do. And even a backup vehicle, I would have had to drive all the way into wherever, Twin Falls probably, to get that part. And hey, I'm going with the flow, folks. And I covered your prayers. I was trying to get to my buddies down there, Twin Falls. So if I broke down again, it's like broke down Charlie here. It's just unbelievable, no matter how much I put into this thing, how many things there was the exhaust leak, the new head there in Pocatello 2 weeks with Mr. Toxic. And then the brake job down there in Overton, Nevada, and the canopy blew off in the wind. And you name it. I mean, I don't know what else. I put everything in this vehicle, and the propane tank's not working now. I have no idea what's wrong with that. That shouldn't be. So, this isn't your normal channel on the road. This is on the road with Broke Down Charlie, or I guess, I don't know. But, thank God for friends, man. If you can make a friend, I try to be a friend to other people. I try to, in all my life, I've tried to help other people. So I guess I'm getting some payback here. And I met a buddy up there in Salmon, Idaho. And I'm not going to go into that, but he needed something, and I let him have what I had. And I felt kind of weird about it because the Holy Spirit was putting on my heart to give something to this young man, this man. And I said, well, that's a pretty expensive little thing, give it to him, man. Because I asked him where he was sleeping. He said when he goes out, and he was telling me all about places to go. Oh, by the way, if you ever come down 93, don't pass up like I did. Don't pass up Elk Bend and Gold Bug Hot Springs.
I didn't feel like hiking up the mountain. It's a pretty good little hike. I can do it. I mean, I'm in good enough shape to make it. I just didn't feel, but I regret it now. I regret not going that way and not going up to the hot springs. He said the view is awesome. I wanted to take some photos for you. So you get a chance. What did I say? Elk Bend and the Gold Bug Hot Springs. Don't miss it. So anyway, I gave, and I was analyzing how I felt about giving, because I've given to people before, and I kind of wish. You ever done that? Give something to somebody, help somebody, and then later you wish you hadn't because the person didn't turn out the way you thought. Homeless people especially. By the way, I got a call from that Tim guy. Remember the guy that stayed with me? He took my truck up to the camp where I had the problem with the $600 bolt. Well, he called me and he was telling me, "Oh, shocking news, Charles." So when I was up in wherever it was, Chalice or whatever, I called him back, and you know what? He told me the Bible is all BS and it's a big lie. And I said, "Oh, really? You know?" So when he was with me, the Bible's a great book, and I really get it. And he's got 2 thick Bibles he's carrying around in his backpack. And but now apparently he's kind of chucked it all because he talked to some other homeless guys. I think some of these guys are kind of they're not all there. They're not all there. The alcohol, drugs, or whatever. And but anyway, it's been an adventure. It's not over yet. In fact, I don't think it's ever going to be over because this is my home. I am in my home and I'm stuck here. And but the man in the white horse is going to show up, and hopefully the part will fit. And I'll let you know what happens in my next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this channel. And I encourage you to continue to trust in the Lord. I covet your prayers. I covet your prayers. And may the God, our Father Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Israelites, the Caucasian, the God of the Caucasian race, may His grace be upon us all, for we certainly need it. See you.